Zamfara Gold constitutionally belongs to Nigeria, not the state alone. Governor Lalong inaugurates Emir Bamali-led Committee on Youth Inclusion in Governance. Academic Staff Union of Universities parade in Juje and Accountant General of the Federation for impasse on business. Nigeria loses 3.5 trillion naira to post-harvest loss annually. And on the international scene, current and former Trump officials quietly reach out to Biden team. Hello and welcome to Svtv News. I am Musa Joy Onyoza. Following the recent declaration by the Zamfara State Governor Bello Matawale Maradun referring to the gold deposits in the state as belonging to Zamfara, the national coordinator of the Buhari campaign organization, Alhaji Danladi Pasali, has dismissed the claim, insisting that the natural resources constitutionally belongs to Nigeria as a nation. Pasali declared that the gold that is being tapped in Zamfara State constitutionally does not belong to Zamfara State, but to Nigeria as a nation. He made this declaration while speaking to newsmen in Kano State on Tuesday evening, where he paid a courtesy call on the traditional institution, commending its role in containing the recent EndSARS crisis that led to destructions by hoodlums. History was recorded on Tuesday in Birnin Kebbi as the state joined the rest of the world in the ongoing global effort to eliminate cervical cancer. This was just as Kebbi State again blazed the trail as wife of the state governor, who is also UICC board director, Dr. Zainab Shinkafi Bagudu, launched the global strategy for elimination of cervical cancer in Kebbi State. Speaking during the epoch-making event that took place at the palace of the Emir of Gwandu, Alhaji Muhammadu Ilyasu Bashar, Dr. Zainab Shinkafi Bagudu noted that cervical cancer is one type of cancer that can be eliminated. For more on the story of now to our correspondent Sumaya Ibrahim.
According to her, the dogged fight against cervical cancer has been on since 2018 with a view to fully eliminate the ailment. Dr. Zainab Bagudu said, with today's event, Nigeria will join the list of countries that will be able to vaccinate their children by 2021. Until now, a vaccine has not been available for that purpose, but with this launching today, that will soon be history as it will be available. The wife of the Kebbi State Governor further loaded the Federal Ministry of Health agencies under it and other stockholders. The wife of the Kebbi State Governor further loaded the Federal Ministry of Health agencies under it and other stakeholders for their invaluable support towards the realization of the lofty dream. The governor's wife also urged all the stakeholders, especially parents, to allow their daughters to be vaccinated once the exercise starts, noting that even boys will be vaccinated. Sumaya Dosa reporting for SVTV News.
The Katsina State chapter of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) has accused the state governor Alhaji Aminu Bello Masari of lacking security plans and political will to tackle the pervading security challenges bedeviling some parts of the state. The party added that the Masari-led government does not have the security knowledge to end what it termed the daily killing, kidnapping, and raping of innocent women and girls by bandits. For more on the story of now to our correspondent Shehu Magaji.
The state chairman of the party, Alhaji Salisu Yusuf Magijiri, disclosed this while receiving 500 defectors from the ruling All Progressive Congress (APC) and the People's Redemption Party (PRP) in Malumbashi local government area of Katsina State to the PDP. He says the APC government under the leadership of Governor Aminu Masari does not have the political will or security plans to drive the security challenges in Katsina to an end, because there are so many policies and the programs of his government that does not tally with the way and manner that can end banditry in Katsina State. He recalled that the governor once came out to say he cannot even guarantee his safety That is very discouraging and that will not help the situation in Katsina State. The same governor came out to say he had negotiated with the bandits and people should go and sleep. That has been the report. I am Shehu Magaji reporting for SBTV News.
Chairman of the Northern State Governors Forum and Plateau State Governor Alhaji Bako Simon Lalong on Wednesday inaugurated the Emir of Zauzau-led Committee on Youth and Civil Societies in response to recent NSAS protests across the country. The committee, nominated by the Northern State Governors Forum in their last meeting with Northern State Council of Emirs and Chiefs and other stakeholders, has been given the mandate to identify and develop different platforms for youth inclusion in the governance architecture in the North and has 8 weeks to submit its report. For more on the story, Samira Ibrahim reports.
Headed by the Emir of Zazzau, Ambassador Ahmed Nuhu Bammali, the committee is also saddled with the responsibility of working out various ways of engaging the youth at various levels of northern Nigeria. Inaugurating the committee on Wednesday, Governor Lalong, who also disclosed that the forum has received a report of its security committee, said the region must tackle the current challenges of insecurity in its attempt to create a conducive environment for its youth to develop. According to Lalong, this committee is very significant not only because of recent issues related to the NSAS protest and its subsequent hijack that led to looting, vandalization and destruction of public and private properties, but because of strategic role that youth play in the socio-economic and political development of the nation. He also clarified the recent position of the northern governors on social media regulation, saying that the forum's stance does not intend to gag, muzzle or suppress freedom of speech and expression of Nigerians, but mere advocacy for responsible and accountable use of social media. Responding, the chairman of the committee and Emir of Zazzau, Ambassador Ahmed Nuhu Bammali, expressed appreciation to the Northern State Governors Forum for the confidence reposed in him to lead the youth committee, adding that as one who is not far from the age bracket of youth, he will lead the panel to deliver quality recommendations for implementation. Samira Ibrahim reporting for SVTV News.
The chairman of Kano State COVID-19 Palliative Distribution Committee, Alhaji Muhammad Yahuza Bello, said the committee has shared food items to 270,000 households. Kano Focus report that Alhaji Bello disclosed this on Tuesday at Government House, Kano State, while giving updates on measures taken in the state to curb the spread of the dreaded disease to the participants of the Senior Course 43 of the Armed Forces Command and Staff College Jaji, who are in Kano on a study tour. For more on the story, Hawa Muhammad report.
According to Alhaji Bello, the committee received about 900 million supports from the state government, philanthropists and other corporate organizations. This has helped in minimizing the effects of the pandemic. In his address, the Deputy Governor of Kano State, Alhaji Nasir Yusuf Gawuna, attributed the success recorded in the fight against the spread of COVID-19 pandemic. Alhaji Gawuna, who is also the chairman of the State Task Force Committee on COVID-19, revealed that Kano State government took holistic approach towards cushioning the effects of the pandemic. He explained that Kano inaugurated a task force committee on COVID-19 on 13th March this year, following the outbreak and upsurge in the number of cases in the country and globally. Hawa Muhammad reporting for SVTV News.
The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tukur Buratai, has said the Nigerian Army is a professional army who will never operate outside the rules of engagement. This is against a backdrop of questions being asked as to the priority of the Nigerian Army involvement in the shooting of the Lekki NSAS protesters and a recent report by CNN saying that live bullets were used. Speaking on the NSAS issues when he received members of the House of Representatives Committee on Army at Army Headquarters on Tuesday, General Buratai assured that the Nigerian Army is a professional army. For more on the story, of an outer correspondent Rahama Ibrahim.
The Army abide by rules of engagement and the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria on the issue of kidnapping and banditry causing untold hardships on citizens along the Abuja-Kaduna road. The Chief of Army Staff said the issues of kidnapping and bandit attack are being taken care of, noting that the Nigerian Air Force and the Army are doing a lot in this regard. General Buratai disclosed that the Nigerian Army aviation is being reactivated, pointing out that the helicopter project is at the heart of the Army's plans. In this regard, 2 helicopters have been required from the Transmission Company of Nigeria. The Army chief told the committee members that owing the myriad of security challenges confronting the country, there is need for a special intervention fund from the government for procurement of more equipment, training and provision of accommodation and other infrastructure in military barracks. Rama Ibrahim Dosa reporting for Standard Voice Television News.
A federal high court sitting in Jedi Court Road in Kano Metropolis has ordered Nigeria police to pay 3 million naira as compensation for the illegal detention of one Dayabu Awalu. Kano Focus report that the court in its verdict faulted the police over the detention of Awalu Dayabu for 4 days in police custody without being arraigned before a court of law. Counsel to Mr. Dayabu Abba Hikma told the court that in July 2020, the applicant was apprehended by police operatives for allegedly obstructing the police from arresting his biological father. Academic Staff Union of Universities ASU Bauchi Zone says federal government has not shown enough zeal at ending the ongoing industrial disharmony. Speaking at a town hall meeting held at Gombe State University, the zonal coordinator ASU Bauchi Zone, Professor Lawan Abubakar, wondered why the federal government has budgeted 380 billion naira to prosecute Boko Haram in 2021. For more on the story, Beauty Abdul Malik report.
He said the Minister of Labour and Employment, Dr. Chris Ngige, and the Accountant General of the Federation, Alhaji Ahmed Idris, have continued to throw spanners in the wheel of progress of such concerted efforts aimed at amicable resolution of the impasse, while stressing the insincerity of government towards ending the strike. Abubakar added that the Labour Minister had opined that the strike was going to end this week without any concrete offers, indicated that there was a sinister move to end the ASU struggle. The other side of the insult will not be taken lightly by ASU Bauchi Zone, because for Ngige to be elephant sure that the strike was going to be ended this week without any concrete offers indicated that there was a sinister move to crush ASU struggle. The Accountant General of the Federation, ASU does not need to draw a diagram to demonstrate that they know he is assiduously working for his ambitious retirement benefit of becoming the next governor of Kano State, in addition to financial gains already mentioned. Beauty Abdul Malik reporting for SVTV.
The federal government has disbursed 66.5 billion naira to eligible states for the amended COVID-19 responsive 2020 budget result achievement. Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Mrs. Zainab Ahmed, stated this in a statement issued by the Ministry Director of Press and Public Relations, Mr. Hassan Dodo, yesterday in Abuja. She explained that the disbursement followed compliance with the amended COVID-19 responsive 2020 budget by 35 eligible states. Police in Kano State said they have arrested Habibu Saleh, who kidnapped and murdered 8-year Asia Tasiu of Chikawa Village, Gabasawa local government area. Reports say that the command spokesperson Abdullahi Kiyawa announced this in a video clip sent to journalists on Tuesday. According to him, the accused has demanded 5 million naira from the parent of the deceased and murdered her after collecting 500,000 naira. For more on the story of now, to our correspondent Peter Phillips.
Mr. Kiyawa recalled that the father of the girl, Tasiu Adu of Chikawa village, had on June 6 reported the abduction of his daughter to police. He added that immediately after receiving the complaint, the police launched a manhunt that took them to Jigawa, Kaduna, Katsina, Abuja, before they nabbed Mr. Saleh in Aba, Abia State. The police spokesman said the corpse of Mrs. Asia Tasiu has been recovered and handed over to her father for proper burial as directed by Commissioner of Police Habu Sani. The suspected kidnapper told police that the girl died when she fell off a motorcycle he was riding. The father of the girl, Tasiu Mohammed Adu, thanked police for their intervention. That's the report. Peter Phillips, SVTV News, Gusau.
The presidency wishes to explain that the absence of the federal government delegation at a planned meeting with governors and stakeholders of the South-South region was necessitated by an emergency security meeting summoned by the president, certainly not out of disrespect. The delegation to the meeting under the Chief of Staff to the President, Professor Ibrahim Gambari, ministers and heads of security and intelligence agencies were in full readiness to proceed to Port Harcourt until they were directed to stay back for the emergency security meeting. The presidency regrets any inconvenience caused, which was conveyed to the host of the meeting through what is believed to be the right channels. We'll be right back after this short commercial break. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Let me quickly take you to our business desk for the business update.
Welcome to Standard Voice Business Desk. I am Samira Ibrahim. Nigeria loses 3.5 trillion naira to post-harvest loss every year due to the lack of proper storage facilities and the poor state of roads across the nation. This was disclosed recently by the founder and chief executive of Farm Crowdy Limited, Onyeka Akuma, during the 4th anniversary of the agri-tech firm. Mr. Akuma explained that the loss could be attributed to the inability of the farmers to access proper storage facilities and the poor state of Nigerian roads, which bleeds the Nigerian economy and discourages several farmers. To address these challenges, the firm has extended its service in agriculture beyond financing into using technology to boost the food value chain as it's launched a new e-commerce platform and its trading and aggregation platform for smallholder farmers. He said they will focus on the use of technology to build tools and resources that farmers will need to boost food security in the country through 6 business focus. These businesses were set up to serve all individuals across the entire agricultural value chain, prioritizing stakeholders' access to better yield, lower costs, and smarter marketing. And that's all on the Standard Voice Business Desk. I am Samira Ibrahim. Thanks for watching and goodbye.
And on the international scene, Senator Chuck Grassley speaks as Supreme Court nominee Judge Amy Coney Barrett testified before the Senate Judiciary Committee on the 3rd day of her Supreme Court confirmation hearing on Capitol Hill on October 14, 2020 in Washington, D.C. With less than a month until the presidential election, President Donald Trump tapped Amy Coney Barrett to be his 3rd Supreme Court nominee in just 5 years. If confirmed, Barrett would replace the late Associate Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. A handful of current Trump administration officials, as well as some political appointees who left in recent months, have quietly started to reach out to members of President-elect Joe Biden's transition team, according to people briefed on the matter. The outreach is a sign that President Donald Trump's refusal to concede the election and the continued obstruction from the White House is beginning to frustrate even those affiliated with the administration. The General Services Administration still has yet to acknowledge Biden's victory and begin the formal transition. As a result, Biden and his team remain locked out of access to contact with the federal agencies, funding to help ramp up government hiring for the new administration, and access to classified intelligence briefing. That has been the news from Standard Voice Television. To end the news, a quick look at the major headlines. Zamfara Gold constitutionally belongs to Nigeria, not the state alone. Governor Lalong inaugurates Emir Bamali-led Committee on Youth Inclusion in Governance. Academic Staff Union of Universities berate Njije and Accountant General of the Federation for impasse on business. Nigeria loses 3.5 trillion naira to post-harvest loss annually. And on the international scene, current and former Trump officials quietly reach out to Biden team. That's the news on behalf of the production crew and head of news and current affairs department, Alhaji Ibrahim Garabatinau. I still remain Musa Joy Onyoga. Thanks for watching and stay tuned.